The other day I came out with a video covering a handful of 2-chord guitar songs, or songs that anybody can learn at any level that really just require 2 guitar chords. And I will link that above so you guys can find that. But in today's video, I'm going to go in depth on 10 more songs that only require 3 chords. Again, very beginner friendly, but also intermediate friendly as well. And none of these songs have bar chords, so we're in luck today. Also, just a quick note, I am in standard tuning today. A few of these examples will require a capo to play along with the recording, but you don't need it if you don't have one to follow along with today's video. And I'll also make sure to include chord charts and strum patterns so today's video is really easy to follow along with. Okay, the very first song on our list that only requires 3 chords is going to be the song Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, what's great about this song is for the verses and the choruses, you can really just play the entirety of the song with just C, G, and A minor, and with some simple strum patterns. So the very first thing that I want to get into is going to be making sure that we understand how to play our C major chord. I'll put a chord chart up for everything. Following this, we've got a G. And then to finish, we got A minor in that order. So that's going to be the order of the entirety of the song if you just want to get by strumming along start to finish. Now, the strum pattern that we've got for both C and G, we're going to call this strum pattern 1. And it's going to be a little bit of the shorter strum pattern, we'll call it. And it's going to look like this with some mutes so you guys can kind of hear and follow along. We've got down, rest, down, down, up. So that's one go around. C will get one of those, and then G will get one as well. So they come by pretty quick. It's a simple strum pattern, but really practice the accuracy of your switching and your switching speed. So far, if we put it together with just C and G, we've got this. And then next for our final chord, A minor, it's going to be the second strum pattern. We'll call it a little bit of a longer one. It's going to go like this with some mutes. Down, down, up, down, up. And it's a little bit of a tricky one, but if we put everything together with C and G with strum pattern 1, followed by A minor with strum pattern 2, it sounds like this. So that's the entirety of the song. And when they do get into the heavier distorted guitar part, the band is using power chords. It's going to sound distorted and heavy. You can still play those chords. It's still going to work. If you want to learn the specifics of that part, you'll want to definitely check that out on your own. But this is just to get you by with 3 chords, which is pretty cool. Now, just for the fun of it, if you guys do want to learn really briefly the iconic picked intro of the song Simple Man, I'll include tab. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll do a quick playthrough with some tab, but it's going to look and sound like this. Song number 2 on today's list is going to be the song Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp. This is going to be our first song in today's list that does require a capo if you want to play with the recording or just play along, I guess, with me today. We got capo 2, and the only 3 chords we're going to need will be a G, a D, and a C. So your 3 open major chords here. Now, the only tricky part about this song, in my opinion, is going to be the rhythm, the switching speed, and the timing. But again, that's also what makes this song and this strum pattern and progression just iconic, right? When you hear it, you just know the song right off the bat. Now, if you want to play the intro part, I'll show you the intro and then the main premise of the song. The intro is pretty neat because you're just going to do 1 strum on each chord, and it's just really full and heavy sounding for just some open chords. It's going to sound like this. Now that part is going to be played 3 times in a row, and then the verse will start. Now with the verse, again, just the 3 chords, G, D, and C. Strum pattern is going to be the trickiest thing in this. What we're going to do is for the very first strum pattern, this is kind of a 2-part strum pattern, again, kind of like song number 1. It's going to go down, up, down on G. D is going to get down, up, down, down, and that's strum pattern number 2. Followed by C, we'll get strum pattern 1, down, down, up, down. D will get the second one again. Down, up, down, down. Then G will start kind of repetitive again. We're going to start over with down, up, down, just like we did. Then D again, down, up, down, down. Now for the ending, that goes C, D, G. It's going to just be one down strum on each one. C, D, G. And you're just going to repeat that again. We're about halfway through the first verse. It's just all going to repeat again. If I put it together, again, it's tricky to slowly build up that speed. Just practice it at your own, at your own pace. Definitely go kind of in steps, whatever works best for you, whether that's using a metronome to kind of kickstart you in that tempo range, wherever that may be. You can also just play along with me whenever you're ready. But if I put it all together, it sounds like this. So pretty cool. Again, iconic. Right when you hear that opening part of the song followed by the verse, you just know it's a song Jack and Diane. Really quick, if you guys haven't yet subscribed to the channel and you like videos like this, and you also want to support the growing channel here, subscribing is going to be the best way to do that. You'll be notified with weekly content. I'll be coming out with content on everything guitar related every single week moving forward. And again, it supports the channel a ton if you hit that subscribe button. All right, song number 3 on our list is going to be the song What's Up by Four Non Blondes. And I decided to put this at number 3 because the capo is going to be in the same placement as song number 2, which was Jack and Diane. So capo 2, if you haven't already gotten there, we're going to only need 3 chords. We are going to need a G, we're going to need an A minor, and then we are going to need a C. Now, what's nice about this song is the entirety of the song, whether it's a verse or a chorus, it's going to be the same strum pattern and chord progression for everything. So once you lock it in, you can play along with the entirety of the song from beginning to end because everything's the same. Now, for each chord that we're going to play, the order is going to go G, followed by A minor, followed by C, and then it's going to repeat. Strum pattern-wise, it's going to go down, down, up, down, up, which if you remember was the second strum pattern in Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. So if you've been practicing that one, it's the same one for this. Now if we put everything together, it's going to sound like this. The entirety of the song, 3 chords, the same progression every single time, and the same strum pattern. So it really doesn't get much easier than that. Okay, song number 4 on our list is going to be the song Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. Another Skinner song here on the list. This one we're in open position, meaning no capo. We don't need that at all, so we can take that away. And we're going to need 3 chords for this. We are going to need a D, a C add 9. Again, just check out that chord chart. It's very similar to our G shape. And then we've got a G. And this progression and this chord order really flows because you're really just working towards yourself. Again, if you feel that motion of D, then C add 9, you're working towards yourself to G, and then over and over and over. The strum pattern for this one is going to be a 2-parter again. It's going to be for D and C add 9. It's going to be down, 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 up, just like Simple Man. C add 9 is going to be the same, down, 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 up. And then G is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So 2-parter, literally just like Simple Man, strum pattern-wise. Now if we put it all together, again, really go slow and make sure you practice feeling out the progression because, again, it really does have that flow of working back towards you, and then you're just really kind of cycling around, repeating at the start for D again. It's going to sound like this. That's the premise of the song. What's really neat is if you actually go and watch a tutorial video on going in depth on the iconic intro of the song, it's the same 3 chords in order. They're just picking around it in a certain way. Kind of looks like this. Something along those lines. Again, D, C, and 9, G, all open chords, no bar chords here. And if you want to get into that realm of picking the intro and learning that iconic intro part, I definitely recommend it. But a good place to start would just be with these 3 chords with the strum pattern, because you're really going to get the feel down. And then the next step would be learning that intro, which just involves a bit of picking. All right, song number 5 on our list is a total classic. It's going to be Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. And as you can tell, we've got the capo back. That's going to be capo 3 or on fret 3. And the 3 chords we're going to need will be a D, a G, and an A. Now the strum pattern I'd say is probably the trickiest part because it's not one solid or specific strum pattern like some of these other songs. It's got a certain rhythm to it and a timing. Just take some practice, but definitely follow along with me here in the opening steps. We're going to start off with the chord order. It's going to go D, G, D, and then A. So that's the order of the chords that we're going to be playing in. With the strum pattern, it's going to go on the first D, down, up, down, up. G will be down, up, down, down. The next D will be down, down. And then A will be a little bit of a longer one. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now if I put it all together, it sounds and looks like this. Now there's a really little detail in there that you can definitely include whenever you're ready, and it really does pull this progression together. It's pretty neat. On the second D, so it goes D to G to D again. On that one, what you can do instead of just down, down, is you can actually include your pinky finger to this open D chord, 3rd fret high string. For the first down, take it away. Second down is on a normal D. And that really brings everything together. And again, when you hear the song, you can really hear that part. It's something that you don't have to worry about right away. If you're still a beginner and this is tricky enough, just practice that. But when you're ready, you can include that pinky finger to that 1st fret 3rd string, and it'll sound like this. And that's the iconic progression and strum pattern of Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. Song number 6 is going to be Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. Now again, 3 open chords here, all major chords. We're going to need a D, a C, and a G. Now the trickiest part is going to be the strum pattern, but luckily I did cover how to play the iconic Johnny Cash strum pattern in a completely other video actually a while ago, and I'll link that up above. Definitely watch that video. There's a ton of great tips on how to do it effortlessly and do it correctly as well. But the premise is going to be this. What you're going to want to do for the strum pattern is going to be doing a mini down. I'm muting my strings again just so you can focus on the right hand, strumming hand here. A mini down on the first half of the low strings, followed by another mini down on the upper or higher half of the strings, followed by a normal up. And the idea is to stay within this box shape. If your strum pattern starts flailing really high or really low, you're going to be wasting a ton of energy and you're going to burn out really quick. That's a part of kind of the Johnny Cash strum pattern secret that I talk about in the video. So check that out. But what you're going to want to do is also be able to count this, and that's key. So the strum pattern is going to sound like this. Now, every time we do a down, down, up, that's going to be 1. So our counting's got to kind of be on point. I'd say that's the trickiest part of this song, but it's a great thing to practice once you have that mind-muscle connection down and you can really get it going. Now, I'm also going to put some counting at the bottom of the screen so that it's easy to follow along with, because that's also a very big part of the song. But if I play the entirety of the chorus for you, because that's a really known part here of the song, we're going to go again, D's, C's, and G's. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, great. Now, if at any point you're having some confusion or you're wanting to pause the video and just really work on one of the examples because it's giving you trouble, definitely pause the video, come back to it. I'll include chapters down below so they're easy to find for you. But for song number 7, we're going to be playing the song Wicked Game by Chris Isaak.
The world was on fire and no one could save me but you.
And we got capo 2, we got 3 chords. We've got an A minor, a G, and a D. And the strum pattern is actually really simple, and it's used for the entirety of the song. And that order that we just talked about, A minor, G, and D, it's the entirety of the song, both the verse and chorus. And the strum pattern is going to go down, down, up, down, up. And then that's when we switch to and from each chord, just given one strum pattern round per chord. Now, if we put it all together, it's going to sound like this. Now, one thing I didn't mention, I should have been more clear, is that last D chord gets 2, which is kind of nice because once you get the strum pattern down, it's actually a little bit of a break. You get to hang on that chord a little longer instead of just switching every time really quickly or between each chord quickly. But just 3 chords, A minor, G, and then D times 2. All right, we're inching our way towards the end of today's list of songs that you only need 3 chords for. Now, song number 8 is going to be the song Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. I see the bad moon rising. 3 open major chords here. We've got D, we've got an A, and a G. Now, the strum pattern is going to be probably the trickiest part just because it's a little bit quick, which also means that our switching between chords is going to have to be a little bit quick, so it's a little bit tricky here. But that's also what makes this song noticeable and iconic right from the jump, is when you kick into that really upbeat strum pattern. Now, what we're going to do for D is going to be down, down, up, down, up. A is going to be down, down. G is going to be down, down. And then D is going to be the same as the beginning, but twice in a row. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. With no breaks. That's the key to this rhythm. So at any point, if you feel or hear a break that you're doing between chords, you'll definitely want to tighten that up together because we ultimately don't want any breaks. It's going to slow down the progression and make it a little bit strange. So if I put everything together up to speed, again, feel free to practice a lot slower at first and then build up over time. It's going to sound like this. Awesome song, iconic, and again, just 3 open major chords. Awesome. Song number 9 on our list is going to be the song The Joker by Steve Miller Band. Some people call me the space cowboy. 3 major open chords here. We've got G, C, and then D major. Now, each chord, whenever we play them, I'll put the order down below when we play along together, is going to be down, 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 up. So again, when you hear a shorter, more, we'll call it a simple strum pattern, what that means long term is that our switches are going to be that much quicker. So definitely practice that one maybe with a metronome. Also, quick note, this song is actually a half step down. So today we're in standard tuning, but if you want to play with the recording or in the key that they're playing in, you're going to want to tune down a half step to match, but today we're in standard tuning, but I just want to make that a quick side note for you. Now, if we put it all together, remember down, rest, down, down, up, on every single chord, it's going to sound like this. The very last example that we have on today's list is going to be the song All Along the Watchtower, the Jimi Hendrix version. There must be some kind of way out of here. So obviously this song's been covered numerous times by other bands and artists, but we're going to play the Hendrix version, and you can obviously learn it any other way in any other key, whatever version that you might want. But we're going to go capo 3 with this one today, and your 3 chords are going to be A minor, G, and then F. And you can play it as small f or bar chord F, whatever you're more comfortable with. Now the strum pattern, a little bit tricky, and it's a little bit slowed down in the Hendrix version. I have this tendency whenever I play it that I want to play it really fast, maybe because I've heard a live version done quicker. But it's not too quick, and I'm going to play it roughly up to speed so that you guys can follow along. But the strum pattern is going to be on the very first chord, A minor, down, down, up. G will be the same. Down, down, up. F will be down, down. And then the last G will be up, up, down. And once you get this down, it really does roll off nicely. It's a bit tricky at first because it is unlike any strum pattern we've done yet. But if we put everything together, up to roughly speed, it sounds like this. All right, I hope you guys liked today's video. I know that I had to go pretty quickly through this list of 10 songs so that the video didn't drag on and on and on, but there's a ton of really great learning moments and mini lessons in here with everything that we learned on these iconic songs. If you guys do like today's video and you want to support the channel, again, subscribing is a great way to do it. Leave me a comment down below, maybe throw in another song that has 3 chords that I maybe didn't include on the list that you really enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.